Hello, thank you for joining us. President Donald Trump is traveling to natural disaster areas for his first official trip outside of Washington since taking office earlier this week. California Governor Gavin Newsom welcomed President Trump as he landed in the state Friday to tour parts of Los Angeles County that have been destroyed by wildfires. He started the day in North Carolina, visiting with the community of Asheville, which is still recovering from the deadly Hurricane Helene that tore through the state in September. While in North Carolina, President Trump once again criticized the federal government's response to Helene and said he's looking to take action to overhaul FEMA.
I'll also be signing an executive order to begin the process of fundamentally reforming and overhauling FEMA, or maybe getting rid of FEMA. I think, frankly, FEMA is not good. I think when you have a problem like this, I think you want to go and, whether it's a Democrat or Republican governor, you want to use your state to fix it and not waste time.
Let's go to CBS News White House reporter Willie James Inman in Las Vegas, where the president will be this weekend. Willie, President Trump has criticized California's response to the wildfires and has appeared to put conditions on approving federal aid for the state. Can you explain that?
Hey there, Lindsay. Those conditions appear to be political in nature. President Trump promising to assist the state of California in recovering from these wildfires, but if they do so and adhere to specific requirements. Now, the president would likely have to get these requirements rolled out with legislation that seeks to assist California in the recovery effort. And what he's asking for basically is a voter ID law, but also water management. Differences there, things to change there. The president has talked about this and alluded to water management being part of the issue as to why firefighters weren't able to put out those flames as quickly as possible. But the governor, Gavin Newsom of California, has disputed that notion, as have other officials as well, essentially saying that this is some type of misinformation and that the president is not fully informed. But he is getting a briefing there with local officials. You see him and the First Lady speaking with some local officials there on your screen, visiting these neighborhoods that have been completely devastated. And the president will be in the lead here in terms of providing that assistance, signing that legislation into law if Congress were to pass that assistance. And California would likely need billions to be able to recover from this disaster. There are many people who have lost their homes, who don't have insurance, and are perhaps waiting and hoping that the federal government can step in and provide some type of assistance to help them rebuild their homes, Lindsay.
When President Trump landed, he spoke to reporters alongside Governor Newsom and said of the damage and recovery, we've got to get it finished. What kind of federal aid is needed?
Yeah, that's right. Part of it would call for rebuilding of these neighborhoods. One part of the FEMA assistance is the initial recovery effort, right? It's to get people a few $100s, several $100s to be able to buy immediate things that they need: food, water, clothing, things for their babies if they have them, those essential needs that they have. Also, that assistance, that housing assistance, to reimburse them if they go out and rent a home. A part of that would also call for rebuilding those homes. As I mentioned, that FEMA comes and steps in if perhaps someone doesn't have enough insurance or no insurance at all to rebuild their home. That's where a lot of those funds will come in. And also it's about the debris removal. If you just look at your screen there, a lot of these homes are just rubble. The U.S. government would indeed have to come in and pay for all that debris removal. So it's a timely process. It's a process that will take billions to recover. And that's why FEMA is needed. That's why the federal government is needed, because oftentimes the states just simply don't have the resources to fight and to pay for the damage that is caused by these widespread natural disasters. And in this case, in the case of North Carolina with a hurricane, and in California, those wildfires.
Does the president have the ability to completely overhaul and or dismantle FEMA?
Yeah, well, he claims that he can do this via executive order, that he can somehow retool FEMA to make some changes. Now, the president can certainly make changes in personnel and perhaps tweak the way things are run as the executive in charge of the U.S. government, but he can't necessarily get rid of FEMA altogether. The president alluded to how he would like this done. He would certainly need Congress's buy-in to make any changes to government agencies, including FEMA. He would need to present a plan to Congress. They would have to approve approve of it. Now, he could work to get the support of members up on Capitol Hill in both the House and the Senate, Republican and Democratic members. But clearly, the president is moving forward with this plan to come up with some type of executive order to rework FEMA. But still, nonetheless, he does not have that full authority to do so, Lindsay.
Willie James Inman, thank you.